Welcome to the Christian and Daniel Show.
It's about to get real, well, you know the deal. You won't have to guess how either of them feel. Bringing up the things you don't think to know. Never knowing where the conversation will go. Just a little more than anything goes. It's a Christian and Daniel Show.
Hi, everyone. I'm Christian.
And I'm Daniel.
And this is the Christian and Daniel Show. Bienvenido. Willkommen. And I don't know any other words.
I want to welcome everybody who's watching us on Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter. Thank you for joining us. If you don't mind sharing this on your page so that other people can watch along. If you're watching us on YouTube, scroll down, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell. It'll let you know every time there's a new show on the air. And remember, we got things coming up all week long. We got horoscopes on Monday, Christian and Daniel on Wednesday. And for the moment, Zodiacs and Put It Together is taking a summer break. So we will be off the air for a little while. But we do have some special shows during the week. So you want to hit that bell so you get notified when the new shows come up. So make sure you do that. Comadre, welcome. You're the first comment of the day. Welcome to the show.
Hello and welcome. Such a rare treat. I love it.
Welcome.
We were still reeling from our wonderful visit with your son, your youngest son, and our godson.
It is Wednesday, July 19, 2023. Welcome, everybody. Yes, I was going to post the picture.
Hi, Charlie.
Hey, Charlie. Welcome to the show. How are you doing? How's your day? It's hot. It's hot.
Humid and hot. Like for California, it's a little humid.
I feel
we're at 58% humidity in Culver City.
Is that what it is today?
Yeah, here in Culver City. Could be different because you're near the ocean. It might be a little higher.
My thing says 72 degrees today.
Well, yeah, it's 75 here. But yeah, the humidity is 58%, which isn't, compared to humid places, that's not humid at all, hardly. But it's humid for California. I was out there running back and forth between the laundry room and my house, and that was enough being outside for today for me. I'm like, hey, I got outside, got my vitamin D, and I am done.
I haven't left the house all day, but
I'm all about the AC, but you're probably not using your AC, knowing you.
I'm not. I have my fan blowing right at me, which is why I feel
humid. You need the air conditioning.
I know, and I should more, but Crystal.
Hi, Crystal.
Well, thank you for being here.
Welcome, everyone. And wow, I'm just so happy.
Days like this is why today is National Daiquiri Day.
Oh, that would be so nice. Hi, Richard. Or hi, Wayne. Sorry, I always want to say
Daiquiri Day. I know. When I call him Richard, I feel weird because I know him.
Yeah.
So
I want a strawberry daiquiri right now.
I was going to say a strawberry daiquiri.
I'm manifesting it.
I'm doing okay. I have some strawberry cheesecake, chocolate brownies, and mint and chip cookie crumble ice cream in my freezer. I'm sitting here on my couch with a fan on. Well, come on, share and share. I say.
Now, Charlie, he's in Chicago, right?
No, he's here in
Or is he in Orange County?
Orange County, yeah.
Okay, so yeah, he has our weather basically. So,
yeah.
Yeah, you could have a fan on here and probably be survived. I wouldn't. I'd be feeling sick because it's just.
But I will be in Chicago this weekend, so to all the friends in Chicago.
Yep. You're gonna have fun.
So yeah, daiquiri.
Okay, Justin. Okay.
I was a big strawberry daiquiri guy.
Oh yeah.
Back in the day.
Who doesn't like a good strawberry? And they can be made really strong. What I love is they hide the liquor so well. Even when they're strong, they're still delicious and tasty.
I wonder how many flavors of daiquiri there are.
I'm sure there's quite a few. I mean, strawberry, peach, almost any fruit. I mean, not an orange daiquiri. I've never heard of that. But strawberry, peach, blueberry, blackberry, I don't know. Is a cosmopolitan? No, that's considered that's more like a martini. Like a heavily flavored martini.
Well, speaking of daiquiris, did you know that it is rumored that Ernest Hemingway once drank 15 daiquiris in one sitting.
Oh, I believe it. He's historically been known as a super duper hardcore, hardworking alcoholic. Pineapple, raspberry, yes. Oh, it's so good.
Also, who decided how to spell it?
I know. I think the French did. I don't feel like it's a French-based word because the
Pineapple,
French
raspberry.
love to do that. Letters that don't make any sense in the word, yet it's pronounced totally differently. Like my street name is Duquesne, and it's spelled D-U-Q-U-E-S-N-E, and no one knows how to pronounce that.
So here's the most famous flavors of daiquiris: strawberry, lime, banana,
Yeah.
watermelon,
Mm,
mango,
yum,
pineapple,
yum.
orange, coconut.
I want an orange daiquiri.
There's even an avocado daiquiri.
Even
That
though I
is
know
in-
avocado is a fruit, right?
And I'll give you 1,000 points if you guess where the avocado daiquiri came from.
Mexico?
No.
California?
California.
Of course. Ugh.
There's a nuclear daiquiri. There's watermelon basil. Ooh, that sounds pretty good.
Ooh. That's from one of those really, what do they call those bars? Where they do all the original, everything's like original flavors. They really let the bartenders do their, like mixologists, a mixology bar where they can be really creative with the flavors.
There is also a Miami Vice daiquiri.
I bet it's pink.
Yes. If it is half strawberry and half piña colada.
That's interesting.
Those Californians make it.
I agree. Silly.
So if you get
Californians.
strawberry daiquiri and piña colada, mix it half and half.
It's called a Miami
Vice. Daiquiri.
Miami Vice daiquiri.
There you go.
I would love, you know what? There used to be a flavor that 31 flavors Baskin and Robbins used to carry. And
Terrell.
it was called Terrell or Terrell, and
Terrell,
it was Terrell.
I said it wrong. Terrell.
Okay. And it used to be called Daiquiri Ice, and it was like a really light blue color, and it was more of a sherbet than an ice. It was a sherbet, not an ice cream. But it was called Daiquiri Ice, and it was really quite. It wasn't. It was a little sweet and a little bitter, like it bit you when you did a spoonful, and it was called Daiquiri Ice, and it was my go-to flavor. I loved it because the sharpness was actually like simulated what alcohol would be like when you drink. Like when alcohol has that tiny little bite in a sweet drink, you're kind of like, ooh, yes, Mr. Bartender, you just made it right. But it was called Daiquiri Ice, and I don't think they carry it anymore.
I don't know it. But you know what would go really good? Yeah, I'm hungry now because I'm reading the next thing, and I was reading my next. You know, the funny thing is that for everybody out there, like I make notes before the show starts, obviously, and then when the show starts, you would think that I forget what I wrote because I read it and I'm like, oh, I didn't remember this, and I just wrote it like 5 minutes ago. So that tells you that. But today is also National Hot Dog Day. Yay!
Oh wow! Hot Dog Day? Isn't today like the day when like they do all the like? I bet if we went on like ESPN or something, they'd be doing like hot dog eating contests because that would make sense.
Probably.
Like to do it on the National Hot Dog Day, have a hot dog eating contest. Which, as a compulsive overeater, it's pretty gross to watch. Like there could be some real triggering going on for me in it because watching people gorge like that. I used to do that without being in a competition, so it could be a little triggering. But I want a hot dog really bad. I love you, Jennifer Coolidge. Oh my God! Thank you, Wayne. I want a hot dog really bad.
Okay, so did you know there's about 44 different types of official hot dogs?
Oh yeah, I could get
Yes, welcome, compadre.
I could get the daiquiri ice. They sell it in pints at Vaughn's.
Gonna get boba? Oh, boba.
And
I'm not-
Albertsons.
I'll be
Oh,
honest.
is that the boba that we didn't get when we were visiting on Sunday?
I'm not a fan of boba, so
I love boba. And it's so nice and refreshing on a hot day. Oh, no, I think that's great. But no, did you hear me? I
couldn't
want
think.
everyone to know, because daiquiri ice is everyone's favorite flavor at Baskin Robbins. You can get it in a pint size at Albertsons, Pavilions, Vaughn's, and you could even have it delivered in Instacart or DoorDash. Just so you know.
Next time I'm there, we're gonna have to order it. Try it.
Oh, I am totally going
get it.
to. I am going to get if it's at Vaughn's or Pavilions, or I will go get it. It
I
is so good, and it's dairy free.
I'm not a huge Pink's fan, but I've been to Pink's when people come to visit.
I've never been to Pink's.
To do, and I think it's the Rosie O'Donnell one that I like the best. I think that's my favorite.
Oh, Jesse, that sounds so good.
Watermelon flavor,
The
boba.
daiquiri, watermelon daiquiri.
No, is it talking about the daiquiris? Or is it talking about the boba?
I hope you don't get a watermelon boba. I didn't know they did that, because usually it's milk. They're mixed with milk tea.
Right. Okay.
And there's
So what is your favorite hot dog?
Oh, you know what? Even though it has a laxative effect, so you can't eat too many, which for me is a good thing. Okay. I didn't know they made watermelon bobas. That sounds actually, I would try it. I'd be willing to try it. I made a face at first, but then I thought about it and I go, you got to be open to trying anything, Christian. That would be great. I like Nathan's. I do like Nathan's. I like how they taste, but I also like Hebrew National. And Hebrew National hot dogs are
No, but I mean,
so
what
they don't have
do
any
you like?
of the horrible chemicals in them.
I know, but what do you like on your hot dog? Oh, what about you?
Oh, I thought you said I like boba on my hot dog. No, Christian and Daniel, that'd be awesome. That'd be an honor. That would be so cool. I would do. Well, I like mayonnaise, mustard, and ketchup.
The sound went away. Can you hear us now?
Which one of us, or is it both of us?
There.
It was my phone. So that's what I like on my hot dog. I'm not a relish fan. I do love the chopped onions. Like if like the Costco hot dogs, I get the Polish dog and I do chopped onions, mustard, and I don't even do ketchup. Just ketchup, just chopped onions and mustard.
I'm trying to see if your style has a particular name, because I just found this website that has all the names of hot dogs.
Oh, okay. I know the Chicago dog has like peppers and it has.
So what is it? You like hot dog mustard?
I like hot dog, mustard, and chopped onions, diced onions. If we're going real basic.
It's almost a Coney dog, except the Coney dog has chili on it.
Yeah, I'm not a chili fan on my hot dogs. I even tried it here at home, my own making, and I'm like, nah. I still ate the chili separate. I'm not a fan of chili dogs for me, but I love cheese. I love cheese. I on my hot dogs, mayonnaise, mustard, chopped onions, and cheese. I'm happy.
Or you have a Dodger dog with onions.
Yeah. I've never had a Dodger dog, ever.
A hot dog with mustard and onions would be a Dodger dog, because it comes with mustard and onions.
Add onions. And that would be heavenly for me. And aren't the Dodger dogs like a foot long? Like they're supposed to be really, really good and really big. That sounds so wrong. And now that Emery's here, I'm sure he'll agree with me on that.
Because I like, where is it? I just found it. I like the Chicago dogs.
You like a lot of stuff on yours. Because that's tomatoes, peppers.
Hold on, the Chicago dog.
Yellow mustard, ketchup, onions, and relish. Am I right?
So the Chicago dog is the sausage. It's the Vienna sausage on a poppy seed bun with mustard, onion, pickles, tomatoes, peppers, and
relish.
That's
That for me, that's overload. But that I know people love the Chicago style dogs.
that's good for me.
They're like
Okay,
in
well,
heaven when they eat them. But yeah, that's too bad. I missed it.
happy hump day, everybody. Yes, happy hump day, everybody. Welcome.
We love hot dogs
The
too.
Dodger dogs are not the same anymore since Farmer John Kachai. Oh, wow. I did not know that.
So
So
are
what is
Dodger, because I see Dodger dogs in the grocery store, but it's like in the deli section, but it's a package and it says Dodger dogs. Are those the actual Dodger dogs, like by Farmer John, or do we just buy Farmer John hot dogs and that would be the same thing? I'm curious at how that
anybody's
works.
a regular Dodger Stadium?
Because I've seen the Dodger dogs in their packaging. Okay.
Yes, Christian.
But I don't know if that answers my
The Dodger dogs are not the same anymore. Oh, we read that.
right. And then I said, I see the Dodger dogs in the store and they're labeled with a blue label and it says Dodger dogs. But then there's also Farmer John hot dogs you could buy too. Which one is the authentic one? Which one would give me the same flavor is what I'm asking.
Which
Or,
dog?
or is it still the same as far as that's concerned? Because I don't know if Dodger dog is a proprietary name that only that
I'm pretty
organization.
sure that a Dodger dog can only be bought.
But if Farmer John was the ones making them, wouldn't their
I
hot
don't think
dogs
they-
be
I don't think they
Dodger
own the
dogs,
name.
basically?
I don't think they would own the name Dodger dog. They own their hot dogs.
Right. And that's what I want to know. Is a Farmer John hot dog taste the same as a Dodger dog would? Because they made them. They're the ones who were making the Dodger dogs when they were in their
But
heyday.
you know, it's probably the same thing as the Farmer John Dodger
Okay.
dog that you saw at the store.
So those are the same. So I'm going to get those one of these times, and so I can taste the Dodger dog, like the good ones. I don't want to go now and I'm going to get one now if it's not the same. Because I've heard that since I moved to LA almost 20 years ago. I just heard you got to have a Dodger dog. If you're going to do you got to go to a Dodgers game just so you have an excuse.
And I didn't know that's what they were called because I've done stuff at Dodger Stadium and I've had the Dodger dog, but I didn't know I was in a Dodger dog. So for everybody today is National Daiquiri Day and it's National Hot Dog Day. So what is your favorite daiquiri and what is your favorite toppings on a hot dog?
Exactly. Like how fabulous is it to get the perfect hot dog and have a fabulous daiquiri to go with it, particularly on a hot day. I love it.
This numbers have been calling me, so keep talking. I'm going to be off for a second.
Oh, okay. So I see that Jesse and family are getting bobas, and I love bobas. I like the milk. I always usually get the milk tea ones, but what do you guys like? Like Jesse said, he's getting a watermelon boba, which sounds very refreshing and great on a hot day. And I like green milk tea, or just the regular Thai iced tea with like black tea with the boba. But I love boba because they're really big and it gives you something to chew and munch on while you're drinking, even though some people find that gross. But either way, I know, right? Now I want a hot dog and a daiquiri really, really bad. I just gotta love Jennifer Coolidge. If I could put up a clip, I would, but I don't have that type of control. One moment.
Okay. Makes me want a hot dog daiquiri.
I know that sounds so good, but yeah, it's just
Dragon fruit lemonade from
Ooh.
Starbucks.
oh, that sounds really good. You know, Starbucks came out with a new flavor for summer, or not a new flavor, but I think they're just pushing it. And I think it's an orange, like an orange. I can't remember, orange and passion fruit or something. Like frozen, like a frozen drink. It's really pretty to look at. But yeah, I haven't, I live so close to a Starbucks, but I just never go there because it's kind of out of my price range for just a drink. I mean, and I don't mind walking over there, but just kind of high price for me. I'd rather go get a Slurpee.
Chris, what is your favorite drink and snack combo then?
Oh, mango and dragon fruit. Yes, that sounds so good.
Chili and cheese. Yeah, I like chili and cheese. I'll do that.
Ooh,
Starbucks.
I like
mango,
chili and
and-
cheese. I like them all separately.
Well, just so y'all know, the number one most popular hot dog in the world it's called choripan. It's from Argentina, and it's got choripan is the ultimate in Argentine street food, a sandwich consisting of a chorizo sausage and a variety of condiments in a crusty bun. It is usually consumed on the go since it's mostly sold at street stands through Latin America. The name choripan is derived from two words, chorizo, referring to the sausage, and pan, meaning the bread. Main ingredients is the chorizo, the baguette, chimichurri, tomatoes, onions, olive oil, red wine vinegar, and red chili powder. So
Sounds like it'd be good. I mean, if you like chorizo.
Chorizo.
I mean, chorizo is not really a hot dog, so I don't.
But you know that, and then just so you know, the number 44 is called the Nokia Kuma Koya. It is a traditional Finnish street food that started in the city of Nokia. It consists of sausages that are placed into split sugary donuts. These hot dogs are typically wrapped in greasy paper and topped with homemade mustard. Kumakura was invented by Todor something 1960, who used apple jelly donuts. But nowadays people use regular sugar dusted donuts along with pickle relish and raw onions.
That is a little too much for me.
It's recommended to wash the hot dog down with a glass of milk. This is usually type of hot dog can be found at roadside stands and fast food kiosks in the area. So that
sounds more like wash it down with a bottle of Pepto-Bismol.
Right? My favorite snack and drink is biscotti with coffee. Ooh. Hi, Nancy.
I like that. Hi, Nancy.
LA Street Dog with
Oh, my God.
Oh.
I remember when I was young and first moved down here 20 years ago, and before that, when I just would come visit, we would go to a nightclub called Tempo, which was a very mixed. It wasn't just a gay dance club. It was like a real good mix. Had this whole cross section of people. It was really fun. No, not Tempo. It's somewhere way down Santa Monica Boulevard, but it's near Tempo. Tempo is a Latin gay bar, but it was this really big club. I don't even know if it exists anymore. And they used to have like 4 or 5. Like when you're walking out there at like 2:33 in the morning, there were like 4 or 5 huge street dog vendors right there. And, you know, we always made sure we had cash on us so we could buy, hi, Paul. So we could buy our 1 or 2 street dogs to munch on while we're walking to our cars.
That is.
And it was always 1 or 2 because they're not really that big. And it would be with the bacon, the crispy bacon wrapped around it, and you just get it loaded with everything.
Happy Wiener Day!
Yes, embrace your wiener.
One of the reasons I like
wiener.
working at not Staples anymore, but what's the other stadiums? Anyway, some of the stadiums that I've worked at, event.
Okay.
It's because they have the street dog vendors on the way out, so you can get a nice.
Oh, it's so cool.
I don't. For the record, I don't like bacon, but I will eat bacon on a street dog.
It's different. It's different.
And then they give you the grilled jalapeno.
Ooh, yes, child. Ooh.
Well, today is also National Football Day for all of you American football fans.
What?
We usually watch Super Bowl. That's our thing. We have a tradition of watching the Super Bowl now.
Yeah.
Particularly making some of these snack foods. And
oh my God, yes. Like we usually do nachos. We do a really good nachos.
We do good nachos.
Or I should say Daniel does a really good.
We do good nachos.
Of course, our comadre had some amazing nacho sauce at
there you go.
Hudson's birthday. So yeah.
But
Daniel kept thinking we're at Dodger Stadium watching Dodger Stadium fireworks when we were really watching Rose Bowl.
The Rose Bowl. Hello.
I'm like, it's the Rose Bowl, not Dodger
Okay, so here's a question for the audience, and listen to the question because I know you're going to have different opinions. But which NFL team is the most popular? Most popular. Hold your answer, Christian, to see what we get. Which NFL team is most popular. You know this one.
It's on the tip of my tongue
Yes.
because I'm so into football.
Well, you're not into football, but you do watch a show associated with this team.
I'm
All I
holding
gotta
it.
say, all I gotta say is DCC.
Man United. Michael,
United.
you are hilarious. You are hilarious. Manchester United. Yes, in the
Yes,
European
Michael.
football world.
Yes, that is the. Yes, David Gonzalez.
Oh, I love
Dallas
it. I
Cowboys.
love my DCC girls. Yes, I got your hint.
Hello. Yes.
Yeah, when is the show coming back? They filmed the season in 21 or 22. No, 21. And then they haven't had a 22 or 23. And it's Dallas Cowboys making the team, making the squad,
Making the team.
making the team. It is such a. I love Kelly. I want to see my Kelly. I want to see the choreographer lady. I want to see where everyone's at and see what the team's like. I love watching that show. It's one of my like what do they call it? It's a secret pleasure. It's a secret pleasure. Like people watch soap operas. But yeah, I totally want to see it.
The list of cheerleaders' names was revealed on June 24th. Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders making the team 2023 did not air this year and likely will not make a comeback. Apparently, there was some
Guilty pleasure. Thank you, David.
there was a scandal.
Oh,
Yeah, the settlement was in response to claims from 4 members of the Cowboys cheerleading squad who alleged that the team's longtime senior vice president for public relations and communications, Richard Dalrymple, filmed them on his iPhone while they were changing. So it will not be coming back.
well, what's his name again?
Richard
Thanks, Dick.
Dalrymple.
Whatever. Thanks, Dick, for all your hard work. You know, obviously, isn't hard at all. Apparently, you perv. Steve destroyed a wonderful show with his pervness. Men are pigs. That is disgusting. Why do you need to do that?
Yeah.
I know.
So after it did 16 seasons of Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders,
And they filmed that last season, but they couldn't air it.
they didn't air it.
That's so crappy. That was like one of my favorite shows. Yes, David, thank you. My guilty pleasure.
Well, growing up in Dallas, you kind of are automatically associated with the Dallas Cowboys. But I remember they came to our school. The Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders came to our school when I was a kid
Oh, yeah.
or some kind of thing. They always did stuff like that. And then the police officers would give you Dallas Cowboy trading cards.
Oh, yeah. They're not,
Oh,
the
yeah.
cheaters aren't going anywhere. They're just not going to show them competing to become DCC anymore. The whole show's been canceled and it's done because of one pervert who.
The show is good.
The show is
never-
excellent.
If you've never watched the Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders making the team shows on
I mean, there's 15 seasons for you to watch. So.
it's really intense what they go through and the drama and then you look at the evolution of Kelly and what's the other
Yeah.
lady's name? I forgot that name.
Tracy,
Something.
the choreographer, basically,
Yeah.
the head choreographer. They both were former DCC themselves. It was a great show. I don't know why men have to ruin everything.
Oh,
Okay.
there's also a scandal that the Dallas Cowboy mascot was making more money than the cheerleaders.
I believe that. I'd be very angry about that too. See, this is what happens when you don't have a union, so they can take advantage of you like that, and you have no recourse other than to complain about it, which doesn't necessarily change anything.
Yeah, and it's Kelly Finglas and Judy Trammell
Yeah,
were,
Judy Trammell.
who were the lead coaches.
Because Judy's daughter was is
Yeah.
currently on the squad, I think.
Will there?
I'm sure there will be, but they're going to keep it real quiet. I guarantee.
Yeah,
These
they
Dallas
usually
Cowboys,
they settle out of court.
yeah, because he's filthy rich. He is like one of those really, really grotesquely white, grotesquely privileged, obviously, grotesquely rich men.
And for those of you that watch Bachelor and Bachelorette, Melissa Rycroft, who was on The Bachelorette, was also a Dallas Cowboy cheerleader. So,
Yeah, and she would do a lot of guest appearances to help the girls with their dance and get a little better. It was really
which we just got caught up on Bachelorette, and oh my God,
and
it's good.
gee,
If you're a
these
Bachelorette,
guys are so much worse than the girls with the chisme and the tattletaling. Like, I swear, the girls don't do that. Like, they may say, but they'll do it with each other. They just won't do it to the guy. Like, it took them a lot before they told Zeke or whatever his name was, Zach. It took so long for him to get to like the end of the show before they started getting like tattletaling. But guys go right into it. You know, I really care about you. So I want to upset you as much as possible right now by telling you there's men here who aren't here for the right reasons, at least according to my very limited scope of education, wisdom, and observation. Since we've been together for 48 hours, I kind of know them.
but if you don't watch Bachelor, Bachelorette, this will make no sense. But if you watch them, oh my God,
it is something else.
The other show that we got
into, way worse than women.
The other show that we got into since this is the second season, Claim to Fame.
Oh yeah.
If you're not watching Claim to Fame,
and this second group, way more advanced than that first season, like crazy. Yeah, I want to tell you from my 48 hours with them.
But yeah, Claim to Fame, for those of you, it's not our pick of the week, but Claim to Fame is a group of celebrity relatives.
Yeah, they're like they have an A-list celebrity as a relative,
and they get put in this big house, a la Big Brother, like Big Brother.
Yeah, like everything's built. Like, there's cameras everywhere.
So the other people in the house have to guess who your celebrity
relative
is. And some of them are pretty obvious.
Oh yeah, some of them are. Well, first season, I think quite a few were really obvious.
Yeah, you were like, I know.
It was almost insulting to your intelligence. Like, really, you didn't think people would figure this out?
Who was the Olympian?
The greatest of all time, her sister.
Yeah, but what's the name of the gymnast?
I don't remember the sister's name. Even though that's why she went on the show. And then they have a wall that has all these random clues on it, like objects that are clues. And they can go look at this wall and try and figure out what clue connects to what celebrity, and then try and figure out who this Simone Biles, yes, and who there was one person who was kind of obvious in their behavior. I think that's what gave them away more than anything. But there were some very obvious clues on this board for season 2 that led people to the first person who got voted off, the first person who got guessed off. And they call it guessed off because like there's a guesser and they choose who they want to try and reveal the celebrity. Like if they feel they know who your celebrity is, they say it. But if they're wrong, they're off the show, not the person. So it's really quite good, and it's hosted by by a Jonas brother. The I don't know what to call. I don't know his name. I'm not a fan. But a Jonas brother, and then the one Jonas brother who's not part of the music group. He's just a brother, and he would be on the show if he weren't hosting it. But yeah,
Frankie Jonas, who is not part of the band.
No, never.
And Kevin Jonas, who is part of the band.
Yeah.
And that's where the show comes from. But Simone Biles' sister looked just like her. But she made it pretty far in the episode. In the season.
But it was because she kept deflecting to other people who were obvious too.
Yeah.
Like, the football player's daughter. There were some real obvious ones on there. I'm like, oh.
But we won't tell you anything about this season in case
I haven't said anything about this season.
If you want to watch it. But
it is really good, guys. Like, let's say that's our mutual pick of the week is Claim to Fame. It is this season 2 is like it is way better than the first season.
because it's smarter.
Yeah, it's way smarter.
It's right up there with it's right up there for me with Masked Singer. Like I
Yeah.
really get into figuring out who these people are by the
Yeah.
clues. So if you're a person that's
it's that
very,
same basic concept.
yeah,
Yeah.
if you're very cerebral and you want to like figure things out, check it out. It's a
And
good
they
show.
get very cryptic clues that if they win one of the little competitions they do during the day, they get access to a room that has wine bottles that have everyone's name on it, and they can get an actually very revealing clue for that person. But the clue is super cryptic. It's all symbols, and you have to kind of figure out what it's saying. And that's so much fun. Daniel and I have fun trying to figure those out. Like we pause it on the screen, and we're taking like 10 minutes to try and figure out what it's saying. And then what's funny is this last episode, we knew what it said. We know we were right about it. And we knew what it said, but the person who we thought knew for sure let someone else derail her. And I think they did that on purpose, but they're acting like it's just that. But they derailed her and she guessed the wrong thing. It is really good. It is so.
It is a fun show. It's a guilty pleasure to watch.
The good thing is most of these celebrities, relatives they're pretty young. They're like Gen Ys for the most part, and maybe a couple very, very young end of millennials, but I think mostly Gen Ys and Gen Zs. So there's a lot of stuff they don't know. Like a reference to a 70s star, they'll have no clue. Like they're like, I don't get it. Then they're like, oh my God, it's so obvious.
Although the last person that got eliminated, I was off. I mean, I was on.
No, we weren't.
For the beginning of it. I was like, I was.
We were both off.
Yeah.
And then we got it.
So
And like,
go check it out.
we were right. We're
Go check
right.
it out. It's only like on the 3rd episode. Go check it out. Have a good time with it.
Yeah, it's really good.
The other show that just came back that I really enjoy watching is The Cake, and this is on Hulu.
Oh, is it cake or is it real?
Yeah, with the guy from SNL
With Tim Daly.
and
Or Tom Daly.
where
Tim.
these bakers make these real looking cakes.
I mean, they look like they in the first season they made ones that look like purses. I couldn't tell. Like when he cut into a purse that was actually a cake, I nearly fell over. Like it looks, they do such a good job with it.
I want one of those that looks like a real order of tacos.
They did that in the first season. They did.
I want like big jumbo tacos cake.
That would be kind of fun.
Put that on your.
You want yellow cake with chocolate frosting, but it have to be obviously fancy because they have to make it look like a taco.
But we watch the kids baking shows, and those freaking little kids blow me away every time.
Like the season, we're behind a few seasons because we didn't have Food Network for a while, but we have the season we're on is all the oldest child is what, 10?
Something like that.
And it's 10
There's
and
a little
younger.
girl that's 8 with the cheeks.
Oh my gosh, she is so adorable. She smiles her eyes. She totally smiles. She's so sweet. She has these big cheeks, big puffy cheeks.
But the cakes they make look.
She's an 8-year-old and she's won like three. She's won 3 times already.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. I can't draw cakes that look like that.
I can't even draw. and this girl is making a cake that looks like a hamburger, like literally like a hamburger. Like you couldn't, looking at it, if you looked at it quick, you'd be like, oh, it's just a hamburger on a plate.
There's a lot of good stuff out there to watch.
There is.
We'll get into our pick of the weeks in a minute, but there's a docuseries on Tubi that I'm into that's called Scandals Made Me Famous. I like the episode of the Hollywood Madam.
Oh yeah, Heidi
Ooh.
Fleiss. She's a piece of work.
Thank you. That's a good pick of the week. We'll have to check it out.
But she was super, like Heidi Fleiss, talk about a powerful person. Even to this day, people know who she is. Like she's notoriously popular, like well known.
I think she was on a
reality show or something.
Yeah. It was the recovery show. Yeah.
Oh, Intervention?
Not Intervention. The
Depressing show.
there was one that that famous doctor did.
Dr. Drew.
Dr. Drew, yeah.
He also did
Celebrity Rehab.
Intervention.
Celebrity Rehab.
Oh, okay. Okay. Celeb Rehab.
She was on Celebrity Rehab, and I'm gonna say this about her. There was because for anybody who saw Celebrity Rehab, yes, Celebrity Rehab. If anybody saw it, they would take celebrities, take them into this house in Hollywood, do like a 90-day. I think it was 90 days. 30
Yeah,
days.
they go through cold turkey. They go through everything.
And when it was her, I watched every season, but when it was her episode, her season, the stories behind how she became Heidi Fleiss, the madam. Man, I remember just crying with her. Well, that's a morbid side of the show, but definitely check it out. I mean, if you've never seen Celebrity Rehabs, I think you can find them somewhere. Go check them out. They're really, really interesting. And then for those of you who play Words with Friends, if you've ever played Words with Friends, today is National Words with Friends Day. So pick up your phone, play that game, and connect with your friends all over again, like it was 2010.
Okay.
What I was gonna say, that's all my today days. There's more for those of you that are curious. I go to nationaltoday.com and find the dates. It's nationaltoday.com, all one word. Go check them out. That's where you can find all of the what are today days. I use this a lot for my meetings too. National Today Day.
National Today Day. Then we have a lot of national days. I think every day has multiple things on that one day. Like we're a nation of. I guess we give a day to everything. Just about.
We do celebrate a lot of.
It's
days.
National Flush Your Toilet Day. It's National Install Your Internet Day.
I don't know that he's watching, but Joe Grisapi from Houston, it's his birthday today, and he's an important person in my life because they were the casting agency that got me on Judge Alex's show as a member of the audience, but it's also through Southwest Casting that I got my very, very first commercial in South Texas with Conn's Furniture back in 2008. My very first one. And for those of you ready, I was buying a lawnmower. So the commercial is me with my wife and my friend, we're still friends, Christopher Garcia is selling us the lawnmower, and I'm on the lawnmower like, oh yeah. And so that was my very, very first. Yes, I just did that. Charlie, thank you. In fact, I think if I look at my closet, I think, or if I didn't give it away, I still had the original shirt from that video shoot. I kept that shirt. And then I don't think you can find it. I don't think it's on YouTube. I don't think it was one of the videos on YouTube. Christian, have you ever seen him?
Honey, I've never even seen him cut a blade of grass.
Right.
Nothing. I barely have seen him water his plants.
Hey, my sister's here. My sister can confirm that I have mowed lawns in my life. Thank you very much. Nancy, where are you? Come defend me.
I don't believe it.
My dad, when we were young, when we lived in Dallas, my dad would wake up, I can't remember, I think it was Saturday mornings, and he would go over to the window near our bedrooms. So their bedroom was here, my bedroom was here, and there was a wall, obviously. But he would come and put the lawnmower right outside the bedrooms and turn it on and leave it there. Just until you woke up and went to help him. Like, that's what he would do.
But still, he did the lawn mowing. You just helped him.
Daniel, commercials doing sex strike. There are some things. There are some things that under different contract you can still do. I'm not doing anything right now, but there are there are certain contracts that allow you to do certain things, but I'm not doing
Interesting.
it.
So there are exceptions.
Yeah, there are some exceptions to the contracts that we're negotiating right now. But like for instance, I wasn't allowed to do Comic-Con as a SAG actor.
Right.
So I was supposed to be in Comic-Con tomorrow, and that got canceled. Well, for me, it got canceled.
Yeah.
All right, are you ready?
Do we want to do our TikTok?
Oh, let's do our pick.
Okay. My show of the week is The Prank Show. I always love Jackass and all the Jackass movies. I love it because they're so ridiculous and they do stuff that I would never do. So it totally kind of fits in there with, like, that's what entertains me. Is people have guts to do what I won't do. The Prank Show is a new show on Hulu, and it's by Johnny Knoxville and Gabrielle, the girl who was Precious, the actress who was Precious is there. Gabrielle something. And then I recognize the other guy. He's a stand-up comedian. But they're on this panel, and people come in and present their ideas on how they want to prank their friends and family. And they either get approved or not approved. It's kind of like the Shark Tank of pranks, Shark Tank show for pranksters. And then the ones they choose, they go, they film it, and the audience and us get to watch it. And then they bring the prankster and the pranked together on the show, and they chit chat and talk. It's very entertaining. It's like Jackass Light, basically. And I enjoy it a great deal. I think Johnny Knoxville's pretty funny. He's strange, but funny. And it's on Hulu right now. And it's, I think, a show every Tuesday, I think, or something like that uploads. Either way, The Prank Show on Hulu. Oh, Eric Andre, there you go. And Gabby.
CBD.
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 All
right. My pick of the week is Menendez and Menudo, Boys Betrayed. If you watched the Menudo docuseries earlier this year, and you've watched the Menendez docuseries, and there's several of them throughout the years, then you're bound to like Menendez and Menudo. What's the connection? I didn't even think there would be a connection between Menudo, the group, and the Menendez brother until I found out that the Menendez's dad was the one that helped seal the record deal for Menudo when they came to the U.S. and really made it big. And Edgardo Diaz, who was the manager for Menudo, was basically working together with the Menendez senior. I forgot his name right now, and but there is one Menudo guy, one of the Menudo band members, Roy Rosello, who is the one that took kind of charge of this story. He was Edgardo Diaz's pick boy, and who received pretty much the major part of the abuse that came from Edgardo Diaz. So he was on a journey to find people that would believe him after all these years. And I won't tell you the ending, but the many amounts of people that were involved in these stories and the things that happened and how the resolution comes apart. It's a 3-part miniseries. It's really short. It's really quick. But again, I grew up with Menudo. If you're a Menudo fan, and I was always very interested in the Menendez brothers story. But I will tell you this much: there could be some turnaround in the story of the Menendez, how they end up. So go check it out. It's really interesting. Menudo, they were the New Kids on the Block of Puerto Rico. Yeah, they were the original boy band.
They were long before New Kids on the Block.
Before anybody else, yeah. In the 70s, they were already Menudo. So I grew up listening to Menudo. So that's it. What's that? Yeah, but they don't dance the same. Christian picked a TikTok for you guys today. And here you go.
The lady at the DMV took my picture for the license registration. Then she asked body type, slim to average, I guess, of the vehicle. Distracted while on the phone with the guy from IT, I decided to Google his name to see what he looked like, completely forgetting I'd shared my screen with him. As I drove out of the petrol station, I noticed a really good-looking lad filling up his car for some weird reason, completely against how I normally behave. I blew him a kiss, then proceeded to drive straight into the back of a taxi. I was leaving a public bathroom and my sister came in. I gave her a quick wave and she did the same. Then we walked right into each other. I was wondering why she didn't watch where she was going. It was a mirror.
You're twins.
In a highly trendy Sanderson hotel in London, I go for a piss in the gents. The design is futuristic. I start pissing in the urinal. Man comes in and starts washing his hands in the urinal. My horror at him turns instantly into horror at me. I was pissing in the sink. Was once followed by an oddball in the supermarket, was frightened so started to speed up, so did he. Ended up with him literally chasing me up and down each and every aisle. Eventually he caught up and then he asked if he could have his trolley back. Oh, don't chase me. Oh my God, the guy in the back wearing a cowboy hat just greeted me with a howdy brother and I panicked and I said, yeehaw.
Those are just, sometimes it's not that funny, but most of the time he's pretty funny. He's very, very funny, very fun.
In terms of their popularity, that is.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Menudo and Pozole.
Menudo and Pozole. There's a new band for y'all.
I would have loved if that had happened, if they had a group called Menudo and another group called Pozole.
Well, it was very popular in the 70s, 80s, and early 90s that Latino groups or Latin or Hispanic groups would like mimic the names. Like, for instance, there was a very popular Spanish children's group from Spain called Parchís. Parchís is a board game. And then Mexico came out with their own version of a kids group called Timbiriche. Timbiriche is also a board game. So they would do stuff like that. Then there was like Los Muchachos and Chamos, which is Puerto Rico for muchachos. So it was very popular 70s, 80s that different countries would come up with similar type of groups and name them and musical groups and then name them something in that same type of name.
Oh, okay.
My cousins were diagnosed with menuditis. Charlie, I don't know when to take you serious or not. I just by the way, we have this I forgot to mention Michael's we have a letter written to us. And for those of you listening, we started this last week for a little bit, but here's the final letter. Dear Kristen and Daniel, I need help with an adult and career choice. My current job is about $45,000 with medical, dental, vision, 401k, and union with pension and stock options. But the work is very labor intensive and my average,
You cut out for a big part of the description. You froze.
Okay. Oh, okay. My current job is about $45,000 with medical, dental, vision, 401k, and union with pension and stock options. But the work is very labor intensive and my average is about 41 to 52 hours a week. I've hurt myself in the past on the job with injuries to my back. I found another job with Red Cross that the salary is $85,000 to $95,000 a year with benefits. I don't think I will have a 401k and will lose my stock options. What should I consider? What should I do? What should I do? Quit my current job? I see things getting worse with my current job. They are consistently trying to write up people and intimidate them for voting union. So he's asking the audience and us, what should I do? I say quit the job.
Is the new job, did he say it has benefits?
Yes.
Just not a 401k?
Not 401 or stock options.
Okay, 401k stock options you can live without. I would go, if you're not losing benefits, if you're getting medical and dental and vision, which are all that matters, and they will matter more as you age, then move to the job that's paying more money. And it apparently isn't going to be as tumultuous as the current position you have. And you don't need a union. I mean, just understand in corporate America, you know, if you don't have a union, then you're hire and fire at will is what I call it. But that's normal. Most people live with that. Not most people aren't necessarily in unions. So yeah, exactly. You can make
almost double the
and
salary.
you can do your own stock investing.
Yeah, you can buy stocks and start saving that money, that extra money that you're not getting now. Put that in a
So
savings.
excellent advice,
Yeah.
Crystal.
That's good.
Good guidance.
Yeah. Any more advice for our secret writer? And by the way, if y'all want to send us letters with questions
We'll keep
for
it
the audience,
anonymous. We'll just ask the question.
send us your letters.
Curious what people will say. But yeah, I'm all if you're not losing too much benefits, which 401ks, you can do that on your own. You don't need them to do that. You know, move to the higher paying job. Then you could start putting money aside for bigger things like a home, like to own a home or to own a condo or something, which could be very financially advantageous, both tax-wise and no.
Did Christian write the letter? No, somebody else wrote the letter.
No, I'm 53. I don't go through those type of quandaries anymore.
If he bought stock at his current job, he may be able to cash it out,
Yeah,
roll over to an independent stock plan. Yeah.
that's a good idea too.
Yeah. No, actually, and he gave us permission to put this on here. Michael Moran wrote to us and asked us to put it out there. So here, this is the new section. Dear Christian and Daniel,
Dear
a new
CPD.
segment of the show. When more of you put out, did somebody just write something? Oh yeah. Today I had to deliver a pallet of drinks to
Oh
location.
no,
I had to bring the pallet by
Time to move
hand
on.
and carry all the case upstairs.
particularly since you've already had back injury. Move on. You're too young to have back injuries.
Well, we get more answers back. I want to remind everybody that we've got our Grumpy Bunny and the Colors Game books in English and Spanish. You can order them now online at littlemexicanproductions.com/Grumpy Bunny. They are signed, and the $25 covers delivery. So orders your now. If you are looking for a transpersonal coach, we have the alignment, identify knowledge, and remove barriers. We do one-on-one groups, team building exercises, workshops, and in-person or virtual. All you have to do is email us at danielggarza@littlemexicanproductions.com and just say you want to, you're looking for a coach. And I'll get back to you with prices, times, and programs. Our co-host on Fridays, Richard Wayne Kilgo II, is at Awakenings doing readings. You can find him at 25260 La Paz Road in Laguna Hills, or call 949-457-0797 for an appointment. And if you want to go directly to him, go to his Instagram at RWKII, where you can book an appointment with him. He does stuff for us, so I totally recommend him. So go check him out. If you are a fan of theater, I volunteer once in a while here, so I promote them whenever I can. No Square Theater here in Laguna Beach is presenting Nickelodeon's SpongeBob SquarePants, the Broadway musical for everyone. Go check it out. It starts this Friday. Next Friday. It starts next Friday, the 28th. But you can go to nosquare.org for more information and to get your tickets. I volunteer sometimes on the weekends, so go check them out. It's a really cool place to go volunteer, and you support local theater. So, what is it? I also lost 54 hours of sick time on January 1st, and they told me if you don't use it, you lose it. Unionists fight the company to pay out.
Union is fighting the company to make them pay out.
Yeah, no, I mean,
but that's going to take a while. That'll take a while.
And we live in a time of decision. I mean, you can decide. You can make choices. You don't have to stay at a bad company.
Move on. Move on. And with the increase in pay, it doesn't matter if you ever get paid out for those 54 hours. Because 54 hours times whatever you make an hour or whatever your salary may be, is it going to be, that's probably going to be less than your paychecks from the new job that's paying quite a bit more.
Will Daniel and Kristen do any more ghost chasing on YouTube? We're looking for houses. Thank you. Thank
yeah.
you. Thank you for watching. We're looking for houses. I put out some ads. I just haven't had any responses yet.
And we're trying to find another house to go cleanse and work through.
If you know anybody in the Southern California area that would like us to come and do a house cleansing, they don't necessarily have to be haunted. They just have to want a house cleansing. We'll find the spirits. We'll find the energy.
If they're there, we'll find them.
But yes, if you know anybody,
and the house we did, we've gotten very good reports from them, even at this point, a few months later. So what we do apparently works.
if you know anybody in the area that'd like to have their house cleansed, give us a call. Anyway, folks, thank you for joining us. Have a great week. For my friends in what is that? You should hook up with Sheena because she has a few of you all could do a great show. Yeah, when we're supposed to get connected, she just never responded. So she hasn't responded. So I don't know. But if you know her better, let her know that we're looking for her.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But anyway, folks, have a great week. We will see you next Wednesday. Oh, actually, 9/26. Actually, no, we will not have a show next week. I forgot to tell Christian why, but I will in a minute.
We're not having a show next week, apparently.
No, we're not having a show next week, but we will see you back on the 2nd. Have a great week, and we'll see you in a couple of weeks. Bye.
Bye.